religion is so full of it. Jane threw up her hand for emphasis. Hokey lessons and nonsense masquerading as morality. She put her hands on her hips. Adam, why the hell do you want to be a counselor when there are so many better things you could be doing? Adam just gave his good-natured and infuriatingly adorable smile that was somehow amused without being condescending. Jane pulled out her slate and checked the time. Crap! I've got to get back to work. She chugged the rest of her energy drink. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Same time? Jane swallowed her last gulp. Yep, as long as they don't pile more work on me at the last minute. The afternoon passed as uneventfully as any other. As soon as Jane finished sending out her end-of-day reports, she locked her computer and zoomed out the door. She didn't take long to reach the air train station. She tripped as she pushed through the crowd, crashing into a woman in a doctor's coat. Sorry! The doctor reminded Jane of the distress that overcame Adam when he spoke of his medical training, a look she'd never seen before on his usually placid face. The expedience of the Kaideran justice system really seemed to upset him. She worried about how he'd handle watching an execution. The air train is about to depart. Destination, FFC Residential Complex. All aboard, please. I've got to go see him. Make sure he'll be okay. At least bring him company. Maybe apologize for insulting his religion. Again. Jane shoved her way off. She checked the screen at the station to see which train would take her to the seminary. It was about to leave, and the next one wouldn't arrive for another half hour. She sprinted to the platform. The air train is about to depart. Destination, via Theological Seminary of Kaidera Major. All aboard, please. Jane knocked people aside. Move! She leaped onto the train as the doors closed. The train shot forward. She stumbled into a seat, internally grumbling about the slowpokes who had almost made her miss her ride. Several minutes later, the seminary's colorful towers appeared in the window. The train pulled into the station. She sped out. Jane followed the landmarks from her past visits to figure out how to get to Adam's place. She got turned around and ended up entering the brick dormitory through an obscure side door, one of those non-computerized kinds. It led to a stairwell walled off from the lower floors. Walking up seemed preferable to wandering the building's complex layout looking for another entrance. She silently cursed the ancient building, annoyed that whoever renovated it hadn't added a few doors along with the central computer. By the time she reached the level that let her leave the stairwell, only 3 flights remained. No point in looking for an elevator now. She finally arrived at Adam's floor and wound through the corridors until she found his door. She grabbed the spare key he kept above his doorframe, stuck it into the old-fashioned manual lock, and burst in, hoping to startle him. Surprise, surprise! She froze and dropped her smile, wondering if she was hallucinating. Outside the dorm window hovered a triangular Barracuda spacecraft, the kind usually used by the interstellar fighter pilots. Its deep blue hull was unmarked. Through the square window on its side, Jane saw a boxy robot of the same color with multiple appendages and a rectangular head. Inside the room, an identical robot carried a limp and unconscious Adam.